put on a hat and all of a sudden you feel like
all that
in Top Gun. Yeah, a little bit of Tom Cruise today, girls. VanCougar women.
Yay, welcome to Vancougar, where you can be brave and courageous.
Hey, Meg.
Hi, welcome to the third podcast of Vancouver. We're doing it, making it happen.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Learning more and more every time.
Yeah, so I really like the fact that we are learning a lot here on the VanCougar Podcast. And one thing I wanted to talk to you about today, Maggie, because I just learned that actually, because I'm vegan.
Yes.
I've been vegan about 12 years now. And you're a vegan too.
Well, I was vegan for 6 years and really vegan. And then when I broke up with the last partner I was with for 9 years, I guess I felt a bit of I'm going to eat whatever I want because he was so strict about it.
Oh, okay.
And so there was a bit of rebellion, just being like, I'm going to have a croissant if I want it and that kind of thing. So to be honest, I haven't been 100% vegan, but when I was, I did really feel amazing.
Oh, good.
And I am an advocate for being a vegan, and I see the benefits of it for sure.
Yeah.
And my skin is smoother when I'm 100% vegan.
Yes.
I think I smell better. Perhaps we taste better, so we've heard. And
True that.
And we stay thinner, and the tummy is flatter, and there's no flatulence. There's so many benefits. Your breath smells better, more energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like perhaps it keeps us more young and vital with all that life force energy because we don't have dead animal flesh that is rotting inside of our intestines.
Yeah, that's another way of looking at it, isn't it? Yeah, I know it's hard to go that deep. It took me years to think that way, becoming vegan. I became vegan because of a health purpose. So for me, it was, I was 50 years. I'm from the east coast of Canada originally. So my father was a hunter and a fisherman. So that's all I ever knew. And then growing up in Ontario, unterrible.
Mm-hmm. My parents are from there.
They are.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. However, yeah, so those years, we always ate really well, but you don't realize until you go to the doctor when you're 50 and, get some blood work done and find out you got a little bit of diabetes there and you got a little bit of, a little bit of MS and you got a little bit of this and, and you're looking at the doctor going, well, that's not what I wanted to hear. And he says, well, I'm sorry, but you're 50 now plus. And if you go out in my waiting room, you'll notice that there's a lot of people there 50 plus and they all have it. They all have diabetes, they all have heart problems, MS, all the other type of any kind of arthritic. And I'm just listening to him, I'm in awe. I'm like, this is a doctor that I've been bringing my family to. And he's telling me not what I wanted to hear. And I said, well, there has to be another way.
Yeah, does he ever talk? I never noticed any doctors ever suggest diet as an option because they're so paid in the pocket to talk about pharmaceuticals that I think they want us to get sick so then we can be their customers for life.
Well, I'm finding that out now as we're getting older and the years have gone on. And now at 63, we all know what's going on in the world and about the toxins in food. And, that's exactly what happened to me. I was eating that food and it was the toxins. So now it took about 4 to 5 years for my mind, body, and spirit to detox. Like eating fruits and drinking green juice and just being, conscious of what I was putting in my mouth. And boy, did I start to feel better. Well, there's no traces of anything in my body now other than the love flow of the VanCougar girl.
I agree. And if we're talking about getting older and one of the topics that we find interesting is, how to stay youthful and full of vitality. Like I went out dancing last night. I saw a guy that I had known in our dance community from 25 years ago, and he looked at me and he's like, Maggie Blue, is that you? He's like, you look exactly the same as you did 25 years ago. How is that even possible? He's like, you look even better. And I don't know. I was like, how are you doing this? Because I was still as fit as ever, and I think it's partly because of the vegan diet for so long, as well as yoga and dancing a lot.
Dancing, yoga.
Lots of oils all over our face and body.
A little bit of weight training.
Yeah.
Weight training.
Drinking pure water, walking a lot. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just good genes too, but I think it's also the way that we look after ourselves, take after. And I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, and that too. I haven't drank in 13 years or 12 years now either. And so for me, it's been a real journey of actually awakening. So after 5 years, people were coming up to me, like they still do. They come up to me and ask me, what's my secret?
Nice.
Why do your eyes sparkle? Why, what's with your skin? You know, and you're fit. And well, obviously I'm at the gym and I do my yoga here and there. And spiritually, I like to do some meditation, breath work, and writing, of course. And but it's the food. Like, for example, this beauty right here. I mean, look at this beauty.
Beautiful pumpkin from the farmer's market.
Yeah, beautiful.
Part of the harvest in October that we're in.
And a beautiful pie.
Right.
A beautiful pumpkin pie. Or I could have went and got the canned pumpkin.
Yeah, this is the way to do it.
This is the way to do it.
I love seeing these like veins or whatever this is. It's so interesting.
It's so interesting. And you know, Maggie, this would be good on the table as a decor piece up until March.
Yeah, it can be, for sure.
Yeah, it can be. So this is going to be a gift for my beautiful daughter. And I know that she'll find the best time to cook it up, and we'll have the biggest meal with this beautiful, beautiful squash. But yeah, I do contribute my skin, my eyes, and mostly the way my body moves, like, you know, having a bowel movement, you know, all these things that we take for granted daily. And like, I've heard people tell me they haven't had a bowel movement like once a week, or, you know, I said, you think of that. That's once a week. That's 4 times a month. So let's do that. That's, it's not only gross, but so unhealthy.
Well, you're supposed to have a bowel movement like half an hour after every meal. And, you know, if we're eating just fruits and vegetables and juices and lots of water, that's all going to cleanse out easy. And then that's how you're going to have a nice flat tummy.
Yeah, I'm really
so many
grateful.
people with bloated tummies out there.
Yeah.
And also, when you're talking about breath work, I think it's a lot of like allowing ourselves to release emotions as well from our body. So learning as we get older how to acknowledge our feelings with journaling, with breath work, as you say, with even like I light a candle, lie down on my yoga mat and be aware of, you know, where there might be sadness or anger, and breathe through those and shake it all out, and put on my favorite playlist and have a good dance party. So letting those emotions out so they're not holding into our body, because there's people who believe that, you know, first it's in our etheric energetic body is the pain and the sadness and the anger, and then if we don't acknowledge it, then it starts going into our body and it turns into sickness, turns into cancers, and it's disease, and it's dis-ease, and it's your body screaming saying, please acknowledge the anger and the sadness, it's inside your body.
Thank you. And that's, you know, another piece of this, what we were saying about the breathing is so important, that when you breathe in and down into the gut, what you're doing is actually releasing the CO2 that's in there. That has to come up and out. That's old air. It gets trapped in there, that CO2. What's in our air? We breathe, that gets in there too. So it's really important that when you breathe in and breathe down, stretching that belly out as far as you can, and then bringing it in as close to the back.
And people breathe so shallowly. Like, I noticed that as a body worker doing Reiki and massage for people over the years, but also as an actress and also as a voice teacher, and just being aware of my body and being aware of other people's bodies, people hold their tension in their bodies, and then we have shallow breaths, right? So people just breathe a little bit in their chest, but not actually deep inside their belly, because when we breathe deep, that's when we feel the feelings. And we haven't been trained about how to safely release those feelings. And we're afraid of course, being angry at somebody or projecting or like, you know, getting upset at somebody. Yeah. But we need to breathe deeply when you can give yourself some quiet space so we can do it responsibly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, And the breath work is, and these things, these don't cost money to do. It doesn't cost money to breathe and to breathe properly. It takes minutes, and you can do it at home. You can do it you can do it any place, in the car, walking. I do it wherever. But I really feel the benefits from it, and I really enjoy, sometimes I'll have a big breath down into my gut, and I'll ask self to regulate it into maybe a shoulder or something, like breathe into that shoulder, and it's just being mindful, the breath, and just know it's going in there, and it's restoring, and you breathe it out.
You can even imagine it like a broom, like your breath is like washing that off, breathing it off, cleansing it off. And, however your body intuitively can do it. I mean, you can definitely I've done lots of training and workshops over the years, or meditation classes and things, or reading books, even YouTube. There's so many videos on how to do it, but trust that your body also knows how.
Yeah, your body is we're a natural being of God.
Yeah, I think so. Last night I was talking about that with some friends. My perspective, because we are like different cultures, different religions, and I was saying from my own personal experiences over the years, I feel like each one of us has the light of God within us, the light of goodness within us, and then when our body passes and dies, our body goes like back into the earth, the earth, the bones, the flesh go back into the earth, and I think perhaps the spirit, that light, goes back into the ocean of love and oneness. So I feel like God is seeing through all of our eyes a slightly different perspective. And that's why each one of us deserves respect. That's why each one of us is so unique and beautiful. And there's no need for competition. When we see another beautiful woman, I feel excited. I'm like, great, another beautiful woman. I want to get to know you. Like, what can I learn from you?
Yeah, exactly. Like when... I'm so grateful too, I have to say, because Maggie here was, last year was my voiceover coach. And what I learned from Maggie was the breath work at the time. And that's where I started doing it. And I could really feel the impact on my throat. I could feel it like...
Relaxing your throat?
Well, relaxing, and it felt more moist. I didn't feel as dry.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that would be going on, like we did it on like almost every morning, I guess. And then of course, I've been doing it every day now ever since. However, I just want to say that VanCougar girls know how to breathe, don't we?